Can you see by the dawn's early light?
Wop, wop, wa-da-da, wop, wop, wa-da-da, wop, wop, wa-da-da-da. Start spreading your legs.
No.
Remember that song, Sanya?
No.
By Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, he's the best.
That famous song, Start Spreading the News. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's what it was called, wasn't it? Start Spreading the News. The song. That famous song, Start Spreading the News. I can't remember what city it was about, though. Can you remember what city that might have been about? Why you look so confused? Why do you look so confused? You look really confused.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know where you're going with
Look,
this.
1 lemon,
Oh.
2 lemons,
Can you juggle?
3 lemons.
Amazing.
Lemon, lemon, lemon.
Oh, clever. Nice.
One of the few cities, New York, to be named after fruit. The others being Pineappolis.
Bananaville.
Thanksgiving's coming up, whatever that is. I'll tell you what I'd like to give thanks for,
What?
if I could. I haven't really thought this sentence through, and it's starting to run away with me already. I wish I'd waited for my hair to dry after getting out of the shower before doing this video.
Hey, check this out. This lemon is a rap dancer. That didn't work.
Brilliant.
Hang on,
That's
try
that
again,
lemon,
try again. Rap dancer.
Look, this lemon is a rat. That's why the lemon is a rat. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, so we thought we'd do an American-themed episode, didn't we?
Specifically,
Well, specifically New York,
New York.
with one little bit about the Grand Canyon.
I thought you had Washington as well.
I washed that torn right out of my hair.
You need a top hat and a cane.
Wah, 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 wah.
We do have a top hat. Wait.
No, sit down. I am not on
Get that.
YouTube
Wanna
when
get-
a lot of our viewers are from the retro gaming community sitting here wearing a top hat.
Oh.
So moving on from that. That faux pas
Awkward.
on your behalf. Left me in bits, Sanya.
It's first, it's second, it's third.
So Third Bird,
Yes.
you know a little bit about New York coming from Sesame Street and everything, don't you?
I need to just correct you there.
Oh,
Yes.
what did I say wrong?
Sesame Street has recently gone
Sesame
under
Street.
a rebranding.
Oh,
I
what,
am now the new owner of Sesame Street.
you bought Sesame Street. I haven't seen you for so long. I'm like really excited.
Yeah, it's quite the tale, let me tell you. So, I was in the commissary behind the scenes at Sesame Street,
Yeah.
where all the cast and crew go to get their lunch.
Ah, the GNU meat.
The GNU meat sandwiches, delicious GNU meat. They have a new GNU meat salad bar, which is just like GNU
Sounds
meat, unlimited, all you can eat.
amazing.
You got to know how to game the system. You got to pile it high and push it
Oh,
down.
like compress it so you get more in.
That's right.
Ah.
Plenty of GNU meat.
Tips for you,
But
folks.
I was making myself a GNU meat sandwich,
Yes.
and I hadn't noticed the Big Bird, the eternal prankster.
Right.
He had slipped a big onion into my sandwich.
A whole onion.
Yes.
Or a chopped up onion.
No, whole onion.
He slipped was it a red onion, white onion,
It's a
yellow
white
onion,
onion.
spring onion?
White onion.
He slipped an entire white onion into
Yes.
your sandwich.
Yes, he'd concealed it. But
Wow.
I didn't notice the onion.
Okay.
And it gave me the most awful flatulence after I'd eaten it.
Oh no.
I mean, I was eating it thinking this is a funny tasting sandwich.
Third Bird,
Yes.
did your flatulence smell like egg?
No. It was more like onion and
onion, oh.
very oniony flatulence. And you see, what happened was because I was working one of the shifts on one of the shoots, and I kept breaking wind. I kept farting. That's what they call it, don't they? A fart.
That is what they call it. That's
And-
one of the many words for it.
And the cast and crew, they were getting very, very annoyed.
Oh, did they know it was you?
Well, yes, it is coming out of my anus.
Well, I know, but sometimes you can't tell who did it.
Oh, I don't mind admitting it's me. If nothing, I'm a flatulence absolutist. I think everyone should be free to to break wind whenever they want.
So do you announce it when you do it so people know it's you? Are you a proud...
They announce themselves.
But as I said, you can't always tell where they're coming from. Are you a proud farter so that every time you do it, you're like, oops, sorry, that was me?
I don't have any children.
Or
as
do
soon
you
as I give birth to them, I eat them.
You eat your own eggs?
Yes, I'm not
What's that
proud
got
of
to
it.
do with
I'm morally conflicted.
But you're not morally conflicted about the flatulence.
Look, everyone
No,
does
but
it.
what, okay, so what I'm
Everyone
asking...
breaks wind. Look, we're getting
Wait,
far away
what
from
I'm
how
asking
I bought
is,
Sesame Street.
do you wait until people say who did that, or do you preempt them by announcing that it happened?
I take it on a case-by-case basis. Sometimes I won't say anything, and people just look at me like this. They'll go, I'll do the noise,
Right.
and they'll go. Other times I'll go, I did it.
What did you say?
I did it.
Oh, I feel bad for the people who have to work with you.
Well, this is what happened. It escalated, you see.
Oh.
This is all because of the big onion in my GNU sandwich that Big Bird had
So it's
put
Big
there.
Bird's fault.
Well, yes. And I tried to explain this. I said, look, I can't control it. I can't control it. You've got a problem. Take it out to Big Bird. He put the onion in there. And onions react badly with my stomach.
Right.
And
yeah.
eventually, they said to me, we're going to have to put a ban on farting on set.
That's fair enough.
Well,
There are a
you'd
lot of
think so,
people
but
there.
you try holding in an onion fart. I mean, they put a ban on flatulence and farting. And I said, you know what? If I owned Sesame Street, I would make all flatulence free and allow people to break wind all they like. I said, if I owned Sesame Street, then I would make flatulence legal.
Right.
A Big Bird, he said to me, what's that third bird? You want to buy Sesame Street? And I said, yes, actually I do. And he said, well, unfortunately, you saying that now, you're legally obligated. And
Well, just by saying it, you didn't
yes,
even sign anything.
apparently this is how it works legally.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What if
Yes.
someone's only joking?
No. Yes. No.
No or yes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Gotta be. Gotta be careful about what we say. I
Yes.
promise.
And he said, you do realise that it's going to cost you 44 billion rand.
44 billion rand.
Yes.
How much is that in pounds?
Let's not get into that. Let's not
But
get
it's
into
a lot.
that. It's a lot
I mean,
of money.
it sounds like a lot.
And I had no choice. I had to pay it. And as it turns out, I didn't realise this. The Big Bird is actually was the previous owner of Sesame Street. So I had to give him 44 billion rand.
It's first, it's second, it's third.
If you remember a while back, we looked at terrible Tripadvisor reviews. So we're doing it for New York. One star. Well, they're not stars. There's
Dots.
circles, dots.
One dot
little
reviews.
round green dots,
Yes.
which are kind of like apples. They're round and green, aren't they?
I mean, I never saw them as apples, but
Small apples. The small apple.
guess you could see them as apples.
We have been to New York,
We have.
and we sort
long
of
time ago.
Well, yeah, probably getting on for 10 years ago now.
Almost, yes.
We love it. We loved it then. Judging from the reviews, New York has become a smelly place.
Apparently.
Stink hole.
Apparently. That's
According
what
to
they
these
think.
reviews. Anyway, so this is for Times Square. This is from Gary
Okay.
KH58. Smelt of cannabis.
Of what?
Cannabis.
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 Oh.
Smelt of cannabis. Time inserting, but why just big screen and light and place and whole new smell of cannabis? I thought this had clean, but other few attraction found chi nasty and very, very tavkey. Don't one about just smelling of drugs. It once lifetime fisty, my birthday, but never you very a gab. You could not pay me enough money to Eve go back most rude pusting from you as well with stick waiting for tran people just push past so never ever again. And that was from Gary KH from Workington in the UK.
I need some subtitles for that.
What I have noticed in a lot of the reviews of Times Square is they all a lot of them talking about the amount of weed that's going on
But-
smoking.
I didn't come across any reviews complaining about the smell of cannabis, but
Times Square is where it is.
Times Square just must
Apparently-
be where everyone goes to have a smoke.
Well, I saw someone say they were selling it from vans.
What?
I don't think it's strictly legal yet in New York, but it is in so many states now, isn't it, over there? I find that weird, but, a country that is otherwise...
Or just like you pick where it's legal and where it's not.
Well, I don't pick it, no.
No,
it's
is that
voted
what?
for.
That's what you find is weird. That
Well, yeah, it's not... Well, yeah,
you cross the border and suddenly like you're in trouble.
that's part of what I find weird, but also just the fact that America is in so many ways such a conservative country. And yeah...
But then in other ways it's not.
yes.
Because the states where it's legal, they're more liberal than countries like the UK.
Yeah, but that's my point, is that the UK, I don't know, we haven't legalised it here yet.
Yeah.
And yet America is so... It just shows how divided it is to such extremes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, a little bit of
Social commentary.
social commentary there. This is another one from Stephen W. from Abington in the UK.
All right.
The only saving grace of Times Square for Stephen was that he saw an actress from the British Empire shouting angrily into a phone.
The actress from
The British Empire, a very poor British sitcom from the 1990s, starring Chris Barry of Red Dwarf fame, in which he was the manager of a leisure centre.
Well, that's worth going to Times Square for. I want to see an actress from the British Empire
A show you didn't...
shouting into a phone.
A show you had never heard of until then.
Yeah, but now I have heard of it, so now I want to see her.
The British Empire was one of those classic British sitcoms where the title seems to have come first. I mean, what other ones could you come up with? The Slave Trade.
Is that a sitcom?
About a guy that runs a second-hand shop and his name is Richard Slave.
Are these real shows?
The East India Company. Guy that runs a tea room and his name's Richard East India.
Oh.
The Burma Railway, a show about a guy that has a model train set and his name's Richard Burma.
Nice.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
We could
Ancient Rome about a really, really old grandfather whose name is Roman.
Go on. Let's move on. The other big complaint that there seems to be with Times Square, and the last time I was there, the only nudity was the singing cowboy.
Yeah, I remember
In his
him.
tidy whities.
And his little Speedo-sized underpants.
But apparently
He had a hat on.
He had a
not
hat
fully
on.
naked.
Yeah. Keep your hat on.
Don't
It seems to be now, though, that Times Square has gone a bit Vegas-y and there's lots of semi-naked ladies walking around.
Oh, but they're painted.
Yes.
They have their bodies painted.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't like painted.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do it to me, not yourself. So this one from Princess279 from East Brunswick, New Jersey, says, and you thought Naked Cowboy was bad? Oh, no, no one did.
I didn't think he was bad.
No one did. Everyone
It was
thought,
quite good, actually.
yeah, everyone thought, wow, he's out there in all weathers in his tidy whities.
How does he do it?
How does he do it? That's what we all thought. Doesn't he get bored coming here every day?
And cold.
Yeah. Princess says, my soon-to-be 14-year-old has seen naked breasts for the first time in his mother's presence today. Now, is that first time in his mother's presence? Or for the first... She knows that he doesn't know she knows. He is 14.
Awkward.
I've been visiting Times Square for a very long time. Today was the first time I felt seriously uncomfortable there. Barely painted over big breasts out in public, and there is still any controversy regarding breastfeeding in public. Don't know what she means. Oh yeah,
Yeah, because some people get offended by breastfeeding in public. So she's saying, why are you offended at that? when
but
you're
she's
not
offended.
No, she's offended at the painted breasts. She's not offended by breastfeeding.
Oh, didn't make it clear.
She didn't make it that clear.
She should have done a second pass on this.
She really should have.
I can probably leave her some notes so she wants to do a
Can you
redraft.
imagine?
Your children will be entertained by some naked ladies with breasts partly covered with paint and rare ends, I think she means rear ends, covered with cellulite. That's a bit bitchy.
That's a bit.
That's quite literally
Nothing
a low
wrong
blow.
with cellulite.
Yeah, I
We
know.
all have it. You don't have to check. You don't have to
I
hide
don't.
it. Yeah, men are lucky. Men
Sure.
don't get
No, I'm
cellulite.
sure I've got cellulite. It's just with my hairy ass, it's just covered up. I bet I've got it. As I say, I've got stretch marks from when I had a growth spurt.
But that's a completely different topic.
Monty, don't look at that. No, we didn't come here to look at those. We came here for the culture. Monty, stop looking at them. Come away. You can cover those up, madam. Come along, Monty. We're going to the Empire State Building. Don't turn around. We'll go to Whole Foods and I'll get you a treat.
It all started well. I walked out on the set and I said, good news, everyone, the farts are freed. And
okay.
I said, farting is now legal on Sesame Street.
Right.
And then I set about, I rebranded.
Yes.
Yeah, I rebranded. I thought it needs to be something catchier, so we've shortened the name now to just the SS.
I have one last one.
Okay.
I can't not do this one.
Okay.
This is
God,
from
I've
Bean
just seen
Reviewer.
it. I've just seen it.
This is from Bean Reviewer, not a joke.
And
the
it
name.
wasn't you?
Wasn't me. Or Beanus.
Or Venus.
Yeah. 1 out of 5, bad. Someone pissed on my head from the top of a skyscraper. Was not very impressed, stank for days afterwards, and overall decided that I don't like Americans very much. I mean, you know, you don't want to tar all Americans.
I know. You don't
with-
even. Yeah, maybe it was an American
piss
person that did
brush.
it. Wow, from the top of a sky. That's good aim.
Also,
That is good aim.
if that is true, that story, which I don't think it is, because as we all know, if you piss from the top of a skyscraper onto someone's head, it goes right through.
What?
Their head, it goes right through and out their chin.
Does it?
Yeah, if you piss from a skyscraper onto someone's head, the piss, because of the velocity, goes right through their head and out their chin.
I'm in a similar area to you. I've got some from Broadway, so we've just taken a walk.
Broadway!
And our
42nd Street!
Our first review is from Richard from San Juan Capistrano in California. And he says, 1 star, don't waste your time, find another play. The play was terrible, the premise was silly, the story was shallow, the music was too loud. It was one continuous rap song with variations. On a positive note, the choreography was very good and the play was short.
So he's giving Broadway 1 out of 5 as a whole.
Yeah,
because of
but
one-
No, it was a review of 6, the musical.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, did he go to a rap concert by mistake?
The next we've got a review of Beetlejuice on Broadway. 1 star, worst show on Broadway. I cannot imagine anyone enjoying this show. It's an absolutely silly story, replete with noise and flashing lights.
Oh, for God's sakes. Sorry, it really pisses me off. Please, can we have just like silent musical?
Yeah,
Andrew Lloyd Webber's ASMR.
they should do that. Okay, so the next review is a review of Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. A hat had a better view than me. This person sitting in front of me refused to take her hat off when I asked her kindly because I could not see. I got the manager after the play had started, who told me that hats were not allowed during the performance. However, when he went to ask her to remove it, she refused, and the staff instead gave me a booster seat. Sorry. They gave this person a booster
Oh my God,
seat.
that's not good, really, is it?
And
That's really not
the
good.
woman refused to take her. I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, would you be able to take your hat off, please? The person behind
or
you can't see."
You could sit on your husband's shoulders. Would you please accept this complimentary periscope on our behalf?
Of course, being Big Bird, it was all a big trick. He started dressing up as me. He started pretending to be me and parading around Sesame Street going, I'm Third Bird. And he just went around farting on people.
Oh no.
Yeah, he farted on the Count.
Okay.
He farted in Oscar's bin. He farted on Gordon's mustache. Gordon couldn't get the smell out of the mustache.
Oh no.
And worst of all, he farted up Mr. Snuffleupagus' trunk so hard. So hard it made Mr. Snuffleupagus' gums bleed.
You as a farting absolutist surely would be proud that Big Bird was
I
representing
can't
you in
fart
that
on
way.
people. Also, it's
Oh, you
identity
draw a
theft.
line in the sand.
Identity theft. So I said, look, everyone.
Oh.
I said, the parody, you can't pretend to be me. You can't pretend to be other people. It's just not the done thing.
Right.
I was getting a reputation for farting on everyone.
And that's not
Yeah,
good.
I didn't do that. I just did it when I had onion problems.
Right.
And
yeah.
then
You're more honourable than
so
that.
I said,
You'd
look,
never...
we need a system here.
Right.
So I got some of the security staff off the walls, monitoring the forbidden zone,
Right.
the devil dog incursions,
Yes.
and got them to patrol the streets to look out for impersonators.
Oh.
But of course, that has a knock-on effect that there's not enough security on the wall. Mm-hmm. And now we had howlers get in.
Who?
Howlers.
Howlers?
Yes, they just make a terrible noise.
Who are howlers?
They're
Well, what are
awful
howlers?
howling creatures from the
What do
forbidden
they,
zone,
what do they
the
look
wastelands.
like? What do they look like?
They've got like big mouths and little arms.
Big mouths,
Little arms, and
And
they've got
little arms.
little tuft of hair.
a little tuft of hair.
Yes.
But are they a type of monkey?
I don't know what
Or
the howlers.
Are they furry
I don't know, tufts. Just a tuft.
on the top of their head?
Yes.
And the rest of them is just skin.
Yes, just skin.
Oh.
Bird.
So this one is a review just of Broadway. Hate. I hated Broadway with all of my hate gland.
Whereabouts in the body is that located?
The arse.
Too noisy, too busy, too peoply. Times Square and Broadway are my new yardsticks for measuring hell on earth.
You remember when we went to Broadway and we saw that lamb lying down?
Lamb?
Yeah, that
Lamb the animal?
Yeah, the lamb that had lied down on Broadway.
Lamb?
Yeah, that lamb. Do you remember? We saw that lamb lie down on Broadway.
Like an actual lamb or someone dressed
yeah,
as
like
a lamb?
that lamb that lied down on Broadway. Do you remember when we saw that?
I don't. Well, I don't think we did see that. What's going on? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that lamb lie down on Broadway. Honestly, I don't know why we took Monty to that. He spent the whole time just with his nose in a bag of sweets, just as well because there were women, what they were wearing on stage. I mean, it was barely there. Monty, come along now. Come on, we've got to get back to the hotel. No, I don't care that your legs are tired. Yes, I know we've walked all day, but it's the best way to see the city. Trust me, when you're 24, you'll appreciate this trip. Okay, so there were a lot for the Empire State Building, which primarily the complaints were that busy, and the other thing was that a lot of people annoyed that they couldn't get a refund because it was foggy and they couldn't see the view.
Oh no.
What idiots. Sorry.
Oh dear.
What idiots. God, they're so entitled, people. From Charles Smith in London, he said, 1 out of 5, boring. Look at buildings, nature. I visited NYC back in the summer of 2017. Please note that he waited 2 years to post this review. He had been stewing inside him for that long.
He just couldn't find the right words to express his rage before then.
I wasted about $39 just to look at tall buildings, trees, water, and the sky. Tall buildings, trees, water, and the sky. What were the trees and water?
Central Park and the lake in Central Park.
It was no fun. Plus, going up the Empire State Building was so windy that it nearly blew my hat off.
Oh no.
You can blow your hat off. There's a lot of hat problems in this.
There's a lot of hat problems in New York.
It's also dangerous since it is so high. The only thing they can brag about this building is that it was built in the 1920s or 1930, and King Kong was filmed in 1933, before the disgusting hippies and babies born in the mid-1920s to 1950s destroyed America. How vicious and disgusting they were, and still are from the day they were born till now.
Well, that took a turn. He started off indignant about the Empire State Building and then ended up
Just
spilling his hatred of hippies. And hippies and babies born in the mid 1920s to 1950s.
Oh.
So anyone born in the 20s, 30s, 40s or 50s, he doesn't like you. And he also doesn't like the hippies.
Monty, come away from the edge. No, don't drop. Don't, Monty, do not put your wrapper through the grill. It'll probably blow off into the sea. Do you want to be responsible for the death of the turtles? All the turtles? Don't cry. You were the one that threw the wrapper over the edge. New York's subway, which I have been on twice, I hated.
I didn't mind it. I mean,
found
it's just like any other subway,
No,
really.
it seemed way dirtier and more uncomfortable. At least we've got padded
I
seats.
wouldn't say it's dirtier than the London Underground.
Oh, true. I wouldn't eat off the floor on either of them. Anyway, this is a review from Al Queens, or AL Queens, from New York City itself. Nice for tourists to check out, but sucks for everyday use. And Al goes through a list of some of the things he doesn't like, including it's smelly, dirty, poor ventilation, rats, and more rats.
Yeah.
And then says, what's that stain on my pants from the subway seat? Can you say poo train? Seriously, ever been on one of those? Suggestion. If you see a train car with no one on it during rush hour, do not think you are lucky. Chances are it's a poo train. What does he mean?
It's a poo train.
He doesn't really go on.
Is this a real thing? Because remember, in London, when I first met you, you explained to me that occasionally you'll come across, I mean, it might be in the rest of Britain as well, you'll come across this pipe on the street side. It's just like a long pipe that sticks out of the ground. And one could easily mistake it for a telephone pole or an electricity pole. But you said it's actually a poo pipe. Do you remember?
Yes, Sanya, but I don't think... Yes, it is, because it's to stop the old Victorian sewers that we have having build-ups of methane. I don't think they're ferrying shit around in New York subway trains to stop methane build-up.
But it might be something similar.
I don't think that's a method for preventing methane build-up.
We need to look up poo
filling
train.
New York subway train. I've just looked it up. It's nothing. All you get is Toy winning the poo trains.
I have a lonely review of the Manhattan skyline. This review is by Leslie B, and Leslie B says, "This isn't even a thing. What company manages this page? It's actually nonsense that Tripadvisor allows this page to exist. Is this a skyline from New Jersey? Is it Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island? Who gets to take credit for the Manhattan skyline? If this is a page, I think the view of my apartment building should be a page as well. Also, the tree next to my apartment."
Which has got capitalisation of every word. Maybe it's a play. The tree next to my apartment. Lemon Eyes here. I just here.
What's your
I'm just here. I just happen to be here. Hey, I've got a good joke about lemons.
Go on then.
What's the opposite of a lemon?
What?
Potato. I've got one for the Plaza Hotel, which some of you may remember was saved by the great Donald Trump and his wife. I can't remember if it's Ivana or Ivanka.
Ivanka.
What did you call me?
So my next review that I've got is from Cecilia B, who actually lives in New York City, and she's reviewing the Metropolitan Museum of Art. She gives it 1 star and calls it boring.
Gah.
I'm going to say a few things that many might agree.
I'ma say.
She wrote that. I wasn't trying to be street.
I know she did. I'm not having a pop. Calm down. I think you need to take a chill pill, love. Yeah, just take a chill pill. Yeah, all right, love. I'm not saying that. I very much don't trust myself today. Just saying.
Okay.
In one of those moods.
Luckily, this is not live. This museum is for those late 20s, early 30s guys who wear a fedora hat and a scarf with those V-neck shirts and a blazer, and that every time you see them, they have a glass of expensive wine in their hands and get insulted if you pronounce Von Gogh. I know that's probably not how you write this, but who cares? Wrong. And they live in Brooklyn in a studio where the walls are actual brick walls. And when they throw a party, they serve those little portion-sized foods that taste expensive and the same. Oh, and also wine. Oh, and every time he takes a sip of the wine, he has to smell the wine. And he swears he bought it from a winery in southern France, but it's actually from the supermarket. And all the conversations at the party are about a new painter that nobody's ever heard about, but they pretend they do. And all the guests look like they are stoned. But surprise, they aren't. So if you want to waste 3 to 4 hours of your Sunday afternoon going to this museum and seeing paintings that are literally just red dots or lines and hear people calling that a masterpiece, go ahead. But I advise you to bring a flask, or better yet,
A flask.
a flask to drink from.
Flask.
Yes, or
Really?
better yet, a bottle of your cheapest vodka, or whatever you have, to keep you from dying of boredom.
Yes, I mean, I absolutely love the way the light plays across the... Where's Monty gone? Monty? Monty, where's he wandered off to now? Monty, what are you doing? Get off that! It's modern art! If you keep wandering off like this and clambering on the exhibits, I'm afraid that I am never bringing you to New York again. Your father would be very displeased. I'll tell him all about this when we get back to the hotel after his nap. Jumping across the country just because there was a little run of these from the Grand Canyon that I just thought were worth repeating and let people make up their own minds as to how these reviews came about. First one was from Colin F. 1 out of 5. He took my pants. I was overlooking the Grand Canyon and then I looked down and there, just gone. The Grand Canyon took my pants and I want them back. Katie Thrasher, 1 out of 5, returned my pants. Pants gone, please return ASAP. I only had them for 2 seconds. What the hell? Please return. Worst day ever for me at the canyon, never returning. Borbruv says, my pants were ripped. I went to the national park and was genuinely enjoying my experience. Anyone that knows me knows I like my pants long and warm. Today I was wearing my Code 3B Army Grade sweatpants. Just as the park was keeping me at the edge of my seat, a gust of wind came about. I was thrown forward and fell off the cliff. My pants were ruined and I was scolded by my son. Ever since then, the view hasn't been the same. I like the park, but it is simply too dangerous.
Oh dear.
Pants problems.
And these howlers, they broke into Bert and Ernie's house and they howled at them while they were having intercourse. And that really startled them.
I mean, you didn't have to add that detail in.
Well, nobody wants to be howled at while you're having intercourse with your lover.
I don't think anyone wants to be held at all.
No, it's just a complete disaster.
Oh no.
Don't know
So what are you going to
do?
do?
I don't know. I guess I'm just either going to have to run it into the ground, have the whole place crumble and fall apart, or I'm just going to have to find someone who'll buy it from me.
Can you not just scare the howlers away?
Well, that's just part of the problem. You've got
What's
impersonators.
the rest of the problem?
You've got
Well, there's only
howlers.
one impersonator. It's
You've
only
got-
Big Bird. You know who it is.
No, they all, once Big Bird started doing it, all his stupid little friends joined in. All dressing up as me.
Oh
And
no.
farting on people. I was in my office designing a new logo for the SS, and there was a big knock at the door, like bang, bang, bang.
Like,
That's right, yes, like that.
Right.
Such a big knock. And it was Kermit the Frog.
what was he
And
doing there?
he was shaking with rage.
Was
He
he?
had tears in his eyes. And he said, I can't believe you did that to me, Third Bird. You held me down and held my mouth open and then farted right into it. 'Cause
What
he-
did you say to Kermit?
I said, it wasn't me. I'd have been in here all the time doing my logos.
Did he believe you?
So that's where we are. I'm 44 billion rand in debt. I think it's time for me to go.
Good luck, Third Bird.
Yeah, I've got
Sorry.
to get that.
Good luck,
Don't touch me.
Good luck, Third Bird.
I've got a lot to get on with.
You do.
And I've got to improve the new logos.
What does the new logo look like? Can we have a sneak peek?
Yeah, I'll
maybe?
put it up on screen now. Right. I'm
Okay,
off.
Third Bird. Well, it was lovely to have you here.
Yeah, I wish I could be under happier circumstances.
I know. Yeah, we haven't seen you in so long, and I think last time you were here, you were stressed.
Yeah.
So I really hope that things improve for you.
Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
I hope no one impersonates you anymore.
Yes. Flying now.
All right, bye.
It's first, it's second, it's third.
I hope you've enjoyed this. What's going on with the light here? Oh, we should have shut that curtain. Look how it's shining on me. Look at that. It's buggered up all the bloody lighting.
I
Look.
can shut the
Well,
curtain.
it's a bit late now. This is the end of the video. Sit
Well, I can
down.
just quickly do
Sit
it.
down.
It's
It's
like
fine.
going to take me.
Sit down.
We've got
Sit down.
time.
No, I'm just wrapping up.
We have time.
I'm wrapping up. It's fine. They can understand
up in
that
the
we
sunlight.
forgot to close the curtains.
You're like a beautiful Renaissance painting.
the sun's
Paul.
come out. That's me. I
We
am.
can put you in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Oh, my wine.
V-neck sweater.
I got this in a winery in the south of France.
Look at you. You know all that terminology. Words like winery and
V-neck sweater.
V-neck sweater. Right, look,
Alright.
that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment because we do like reading them. We will get around to replying eventually. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. That'd be nice if you subscribe to us. really means a lot. And if you want to support us, we're on Patreon, www.patreon.com/MrBiffo, where we do lots of bonus things. Sorry about this light. That's a nightmare. Why didn't we shut that curtain? Because it was too dark. Do not get up to do it.
I can still shut it
Do not get up to
now.
do it now. You stay put.
I'm not Monty.
This is the end of the video. This is the end of the video. What would be the point in shutting it now? Only to open it 30... What are you doing? Okay.
Trying to calm you down. It's okay.
That did do it.
right.
That has calmed me down by about 15%, I admit.
It's all right.
See you next week. Bye.
Okay, bye.